Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 8th custom game night here on Tuesday. We've got 4 different made-up teams. Once again, I'm joined by Core. Core, how are you tonight?
Not bad. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad myself. It's another good custom game night. New teams as always, makes it more interesting and exciting. We've always got different winners, different MVPs. Once again, Numbani, quick play, balanced games. Hopefully, we've got some really good balanced teams once again. I thought last week was pretty good, having the 5 teams that we had. Tonight only the 4 teams, but hopefully that means maybe we get some more balanced games. A couple of things to start off with, Core. What are the interesting picks or team players on the same team that you're keeping an eye on tonight?
I'm looking at Jailbird. He's quite good at teaming up his tank with the other tanks, so I'll be interested to see how he goes alongside Non-Atomic this round. On the red team, interested to see how the supports work together. Rock Legend and Nams, they're both pretty good in their own right, so we'll see how they work together. It's all about gelling.
I think you're right on that Jailbird and Non-Atomic combination. 2 very good tanks, and especially on that Zaya of Jailbird is always one of the best, as the red team's pushing up here on the stairwell, blocked immediately by Non-Atomic's shield. They're going to have to try and get some damage in. It's usually a good choke point for the defending team actually to just get some massive damage in there, but I think the heroes that the blue team have here just can't really have that bulk splash damage. They don't have any Pharah, they don't have Junkrat, so they're not able to get that damage in as Legoman is able to take down Unknown Alley. This is the chance here for the red team to push in. I think Silver missed his charge though, as Non-Atomic comes with a good ultimate. Jailbird takes down Silver, as Terra was able to take down Non-Atomic, and it's just all happening here in this little corner room. Jailbird able to take down LordAvatar. Blue team are holding for now, even though the red team kind of had that little advantage by getting that first kill onto Unknown Alley.
Not sure about going that way. It's an awfully small choke to get an entire team caught up in. You get a few Junkrat grenades in there, even though they don't have one, or something with a bit of damage, and your team can be in trouble very quickly.
And they are going around the outside, but Legoman went down immediately thanks to that Discord orb, as Akatsuki jumps down looking to get some damage onto Silver. His shield breaks, and he has to back off as Pulseless was able to take down Nam 6, so blue team holding firm here at the moment. Definitely wasn't probably expecting something like this, but these sort of maps like Lumbani, Kings Road, sometimes they can be kind of hard to push through. Sometimes you can just get it on the first push. You just never know. It's about coordination and teamwork, but also at the end of the day, it's just about getting those kills to have that advantage to push in.
My ultimate is almost
So the red team now going from the front side here behind Silver's shield. They're definitely changing things up. They've tried about 3 different ways now. Blue team all kind of drop down from this balcony area. The red team are coming in. Akatsuki pops his ultimate early, does take down Legoman. Here comes the Zaya ultimate. He's able to take down 2, but here comes the Zenyatta ultimate as well. Terra gets a double kill. Nicely done from him. And the red team are now able to get onto the point. Non-Atomic trying to swing around. They got the Zenyatta ultimate from Unknown Alley. And here comes down the Lucia ultimate. So nicely timed ultimates there from the 2 supports as Pulseless takes down LordAvatar. Terra is getting a bit low as well. Silver takes down Non-Atomic though. Nams gets a double kill on the Pulseless and Alley. And the red team finally on the point. Finally are going to capture this one. But defensively, nicely done by the blue team. I really liked what I saw from the 2 supports, timing their ultimates. And Zenyatta went first, and then straight after his finished business popped his. Almost seemed like that was going to turn things around, but in the end, the red team held firm.
I did think they were going to hang on, but as you can see, Nams is a very confident Zenyatta. Man, he probably got a triple there, despite what the kill feed said. Probably was credited with at least 3 of those kills. He's getting those orbs out. It's good to see.
He's got another one immediately onto Pulseless, so the red team is going to now push this payload. We see these payloads on Numbani generally just go straight to the next point immediately. Nothing really stops it too much. There's the ultimate from the McCree on Legoman as Akatsuki's coming in from behind. He does not have his ultimate though, so this is kind of either trying to get some damage and build his ultimate up as Ali takes down LordAvatar. Akatsuki's still hanging around. They haven't really seen a whole lot happening at the moment, as this payload has just completely stopped right now. Trying to deal with these flankers coming around the backside. And now finally back onto the point, as it's going to be Legoman coming around to the back trying to take down Unknown Alley. He does, he gets the kill. Nicely done by Legoman, but Jailbird takes him down. Finally now starting to get some push onto this payload. Kind of feel like it's just a matter of when. Here comes the McCree ultimate from Pulseless. Is he going to be able to get anyone? And he's just kind of went for the Diva there, so Diva ultimate is possible. Not sure why. It would have been better to at least drop it down. But they will back off a little bit from this payload as it continues to get closer to that second point. LordAvatar
Might be a
coming around on the
nomination.
side. Can we get hit a kill on a non-atomic? No, he did have that Discord opening. And now Jailbird trying to take down Legoman. He just got a little bit ambitious there, went to the back line by himself. So nicely ultimate down over immediately by Silver, and as a Zaya ultimate though to counter it. He isn't able to pick anyone up really. It does get Nam. Nam pops his ultimate immediately though. Silver now trying to get some damage with a non-atomic. And he does, and Business goes down immediately. Non-atomic charging Business though. LordAvatar gets a double kill onto non-atomic. Akatsuki takes down Nams. Red team just almost getting on top here. Akatsuki trying to survive. Couldn't get away from LordAvatar's Reaper. And it looks like the red team should be able to get this point. Both teams, it feels rather similar.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you there before. I just was going to say that Diva ultimate, not sure what was going on there, and that might be a nomination for our coveted fail ult of the night.
It might be the fail ultimate night, even in the quick play balance game, but it was a bit strange. And there's now the red team pushing in again. Lego Man, he's got his ultimate up, and the shield's going to block all of that damage. Nothing by non-atomic. Very even teams, even their team compositions are pretty much identical, barring really the Diva and the Zaya. There comes the Reinhardt ult immediately. Silver charging in. He gets a double kill on the Jailbird and non-atomic, so both of the defensive tanks are down. Terra takes down Akatsuki. Red team have got completely all the numbers. I think they killed 5 out of 6 there. They will be able to get a good push here onto this payload. LordAvatar trying to just keep Business away and gets the kill as well. Nicely done by LordAvatar. Non-atomic coming in. He's going to have to charge, but he didn't. Silver charged first. That's going to be the win. 4 minutes and 18 seconds. Felt pretty balanced. Obviously, it took them a little while to get that first point. And then even the middle point had a time where they got stopped. It will be, I think, extremely interesting to see. So, are they going to just completely stop them defensively as well?
I feel like they probably could have got a quicker time if they had have maybe gone a better way on that first point. You know, it was the third time around when they actually, picked the best way to go for their team comp, which was straight up the middle from the road. They could have shaved at least another minute off. They had a total elapsed time of 5 minutes 41 seconds. So we'll see how the other team does.
I think that they did definitely try, different ways. They went the round backside, went up the stairs, and then eventually pushed through the front side. Obviously, nothing was really working. I think they even changed a couple of heroes up throughout that push. But you've also got to give credit to the defensive team, the way they were able to hold that first point. Sometimes it's easy to just get a bit overwhelmed, get scattered, lose that point. But they did well. So taking both of those in, I think balancing-wise, it'll have to come down to how, Pulseless's team can push here more than how can Silver's team defend. So interesting, Jailbird onto the Diva now instead of the Zaya.
Might suit the attack better than the Zaya for this particular map. There's a lot of different ways to go, little rooms and corridors up and down. Diva really shines in that sort of environment.
Well, we saw that from Terra last round when he was attacking, and now he's actually defensively on the Roadhog. So that's an interesting pick, something we haven't really seen in the last week, a couple of weeks, is that Roadhog outside of certain maps where he can pull someone and drop them off the edge. So that'll be interesting to see how that works. Of course, Silver's team up on that balcony defending the staircase and the right side. We see that from a lot of teams now, rather than defending that front side. It'll be, I think for them, they know what can stop it because they couldn't get through it. Hopefully for the red team, they will be able to actually figure out, okay, we actually know how to get through this rather easily. We know the right way to go because we defended it. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, the power of the piggy, Roadhog. It's almost a guaranteed pick in some circumstances, and that can put your team in a real advantage. So I like that pick. I'm interested to see how that's going to work out for the defensive team.
So red team splitting off here. Diva went up the stairs by himself. The rest is falling under. This could actually be an interesting tactic to kind of just stall them a little bit on that top side. They don't even know they're completely underneath them. Now they're all onto the point. They are a little bit scattered here though. Non-atomic takes down LordAvatar. This was a great surprise attack by the red team. And Nams goes down as well, but Silver got a double kill. Akatsuki takes down Rock Legend, Jailbird takes down Rosella. Lego Man taking their business. Lego Man and Silver find themselves on the point. It's 2v3, but Lego Man goes down and Silver goes down. Red team takes the point really quickly here. Big credit, that play was, they pulled it off beautifully. Diva going up into the stairs, they knew that the defensive team were going to be on that balcony waiting. And of course they knew they were going to have that Reinhardt, they weren't going to be able to push through. So they went underneath them, surprised them, and killed them.
Diva was a perfect pick to put up in that upstairs corridor. You know, she seems like there's more than one person there. She's got the offensive ability, she's got the defense matrix.
That was just beautifully executed teamwork. So sometimes those sorts of plays just don't even come down to skill, as LordAvatar misses the hook there. Will they be able to completely snowball this push down? Usually happens on a map like Numbani. LordAvatar gets the hook on the Jailbird, the neck goes down. Pulseless was able to take down Lego Man. Kind of feel like the red team have got a slight advantage here at the moment, especially they got all the momentum as Silver charging and missing. He has his ultimate. Another miss hook by LordAvatar, just not landing those hooks. Pulseless taking down LordAvatar. Jailbird flying in, coming around the back now. He has almost got that Diva ultimate. Will be able to completely clear that area. He has got it now. He's going to fly in, pops the ultimate. Will they be able to take anyone down? And he gets a kill on the Rock Legend. The shield was able to prevent most of it as Akatsuki comes in with that Soldier ultimate and Pulseless with the free ultimate. They're going to get this point. Silver charging in. Went all the way up the stairs. Was able to take down Unknown Alley as well. Akatsuki taking down Nams though to counter that. So both the Zenyatas go down and we're on to the second. And these sort of pushes are always going to happen on a map like Numbani. I guess the biggest question usually, can the team defend for 7.5 minutes, or is the red team just going to completely continue on? We saw it last round, of course, though. Once they got to this point, they just pushed on straight through. As Lego Man pops the pre-ult and isn't able to get anyone. Now Unknown Alley going after him. He goes up the stairs, though. Reign of Terror hasn't really got that Roadhog to work as the Silver ultimate, and Pulseless gets knocked off. He did have his McCree ultimate. He isn't able to use it, though. So he'll hold that. Pulseless takes down Silver. Red team have got the advantage. Zenyatta popped his ultimate to heal them up. Lego Man is behind them. He doesn't have his ultimate though in that McCree. As Nance has to pop his Zenyatta ultimate as well. The red team continue to just push his payload. Blue team completely scattered right now. LordAvatar onto the Farah. Takes down Unknown Alley but dies immediately. Red team's going to get this point. Rock Legend is just trying to stay on it. Silver charges in. Almost got knocked immediately by Non-Atomic. Rock Legend is on the point as Akatsuki pops the ultimate. Takes down Rock Legend. That's going to be the point. That was really quick.
That was very quick.
How much quicker was that call than the other team?
About 2.5 minutes. I'm just going to wait on a final time confirmation from the post-match report, but it was about 3 minutes 15. So yeah, about a full 2.5 minutes quicker.
Alrighty, well we'll be right back after this with the competitive games. We'll see if they've had any changes or not. We'll be right back.